Hello, I'm back. So, today is Monday, March 6th, 2017, and so much has happened that I'm not even going to try to recap it. It was my intention to make a video after Friday to go along with my post on Facebook about learning to feel worthy because of all the ongoing and continued outpouring of love that I've experienced since my birthday. But something extremely significant happened that was wonderful and emotional, and I can't discuss it at this time. But I got derailed by something extraordinary on Friday, and actually for the next few days afterwards, and it's only Monday now. Today has just been absolutely extraordinary. Best day ever. Once again, I didn't plan anything, but I just had to make it, and I always say this, I am going to make this short because I fully realize there's no way I can even begin to list anymore. It'd be chapters and pages and hours. I would need 5 hours to even start breaking down all the specific items of how God is showing me His providence in my life through still, quote unquote, random acts of kindness. They're at this point, they're blatant confirmations. They're no longer random acts of kindness. All of the people that are doing them, who are also very appreciated, are just vehicles of God's confirmations. Today I did a photo shoot with Epoch Times, which is my first international publication of a major article about my life. And all of this has transpired exactly over the same time period that I talked about in my video I posted about gratitude, where I was talking about what an extremely difficult and challenging time December and January were. While I was dealing with all that, simultaneously, the events were aligning for today to happen. So why I would bring that up to you today is to tell you and to let you know that no matter how dark and deep and desperate circumstances seem, to know that there are things going on beneath the circumstances often that we are not aware of and that we don't know about, and that are working together to create solutions and ways for things to get better. And sometimes you get your suddenly breakthrough, which happens literally all of a sudden. 7 days ago, last Sunday, I know it's Monday, but last Sunday, my life looked absolutely nothing like it does right now. Seriously. It's just been mind-boggling and unimaginable. The things that can happen in a day, and then when you get momentum and you start to really feel this shift of things coming together. And I alluded to it in my gratitude video. And the phrase that keeps coming to me is that gratitude precedes greatness. Now, I'm not implying in any way, shape, or form that I am great, but great things are coming. And I actually speak about this in my book about something I really believe in, which is God honors our praise when we are in our deepest, most desperate places, and the last thing we feel like doing and that we want to be doing is to praise Him. When we choose to, again, focus on what is going right, what's good, but even beyond that still, I think there's power in verbalizing our gratitude. You can be grateful in your heart when you speak it, and when you live it, and you practice it, and you make that your daily attitude. I believe walls are tumbled down by the power of our words. They're also built up. So I really believe that we need to be aware of the power of our words and our thoughts and our attitudes. Like I said, it's going to take pages, and if I were to tell it, hours for me to even begin to list the specifics and the details of the things that have been happening and continue to happen. And at this point, in fact, even before this point, daily, literally daily things are happening. I wake up and more affirmations, more confirmations happen. And once again, just to clarify, is everything perfect? Is everything working? No, it's not. But the progress continues, and the gratitude in my heart continues. And I really believe that in some cases in your life, perhaps if you will practice an attitude of gratitude, and you will focus and redirect your attention and your energy, maybe you'll multiply out or open the doors or break down the walls that are blocking you from the next level of wherever it is you're trying to get. So I really don't have a specific thing to say in this video, and like I said, specifically want to keep it short. I had to say something today because today has just been extraordinary, and I've never had a day like today. And like I said, best day ever. Continuing the hashtag no more sad Raven. Just continue to be grateful, and I look forward to seeing what else God is going to open up for me. Once again, it has gotten to the point, just to let you guys know, I can't keep up with everybody anymore, but I do try to look at what I can, and I do pray for all of you. I want you to know that. And I pray that, again, like if you guys need help, hope, assistance, anything, I do pray for you that you would reach out and look for hope and help, and let people know that you are in need. That's something else that I have actually learned that's been valuable in the last 2 months. That was a critical moment actually in the huge major turning point of my life, is when I articulated, I finally said something about that I needed help. Because I'm so fiercely independent, incredibly. It just kills me to need help. I don't want to need help. I want to help others. If you're out there and you are like that, and you could be starving to death, about to drop dead, and you'll give somebody your last piece of bread, there comes a point, sometimes I believe that life drives you to a point where, especially for those of us that for different, so many reasons, for different life experiences, such as if you were abused or you've done without a lot, which I have, and you just make things work, and you're in survival mode, it's so easy to click back into that. It's shocking, really. You don't have, and boom, you go right back into survival mode. I have found and discovered a new level of life in my personal experience. And number one, you have to have safe, healthy, right people, obviously, around you. I fortunately have that. And when you let those people come in and bless you, it actually blesses them. Just like when I am able to bless other people the rest of my life before I've been in this position, how it brings me incredible joy to do that. By allowing people to help me, it actually blesses them. So very, very tough lesson for me, but so valuable, and I really needed to learn that. In fact, I think that's a big part of why I was allowed to go through all of this injured time and all of this time where everything I did, if I needed to take a trip, if I needed to go speak at a school, if I needed to help somebody, I would just work harder and save my money and do it myself. I did everything myself. And it took something drastic for me to not be able to do everything myself anymore, because I'm a very, very hard worker by nature and I love to work. So these are life lessons that I needed to get before I was meant to do what I was about to do, before all of these catastrophes happened to me a few years ago. That being said, if you're out there, just hang on and look for healthy people, look for healthy relationships, pray for guidance. Don't open your heart and your situations and everything to everybody. That's not wisdom. But I pray that you'll find discernment and you'll find the right kind of people, and that you will know and you'll learn. If you're like me, you will learn to accept help, and you'll learn to feel worthy too, which is, for me, has been epic, absolutely epic, to begin to feel worthy of being taken to a spa day with someone that chose to take me to a spa day. When I want to take other people, actually, I don't even want to take people, I want to send people to the spa. To be taken to a spa by someone when I want so badly to be sending them has been a really strange experience for me, and it has taught me a lot. So I'm going to wrap this up. Rambling as this is, I hope there's maybe one thing out of it. Maybe someone will relate to, and maybe there's some aha moment someone will get. So I know there are other people like me out there, and particularly, if you're a survivor of multiple things and you have this bent in you to do everything yourself for whatever reasons, you've always had to do everything yourself because there was no one else to do it. And you don't want to depend on anyone, you don't want to ask for anything. I get that. Sometimes there comes a time to get help and to learn to feel worthy to be taken to a nice dinner by people who love you with no agenda. Let me PS that. That's so important. I'm glad I thought of that. By people who have no hidden agenda with you. So I think that's the thing. There are people that have been kind to me recently, since around my birthday, that have been so specific in what they've done unknowingly, and so, in my mind, over the top generous, and giving me things that I, and in the moment, did not at all feel worthy of, and they had no agenda. That's a big thing. I have lots of people that want to give me all kinds of things, but they want all kinds of things that I am not willing or wanting to have, and that's a whole thing altogether. Romantic relationships, etc. That's not at all what I'm talking about. You don't do that. I'm talking about people that just genuinely love you as a human being and do things because they care about you. So please let me put some clarity on that. I'm going to wrap this up, and I look forward to having some great things to tell you. My article with Epoch Times should be out tentatively in 2 days if it's on schedule, and that should be available. In what forms, I don't know yet, but I'm sure when I find out, I'll tell you. So, in the meantime, be encouraged. I pray that you'll start to feel worthy, and I pray that you'll find people that are healthy to be around you. And in some cases, that means starting from scratch. So sometimes you need to start all over and just erase the chalkboard and find new healthy people to be in your life. So that's a whole other issue altogether, but sometimes that's where life takes you, because that's part of how you've ended up where you are. So I hope you have a good night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you next time I make a video. All right? Thank you. Good night.